What it is, what it do. Cyber world, it is your girl, the one and only Ash Said It, AshSaidIt.com, AshSaidIt.com. Welcome back to the Ash Said It Daily podcast show. We appreciate all the love, all the support. Yes, we're on the brink of 500,000 streams worldwide. Would not be possible without you guys. Thank you for all the shares, all the likes across social media. Make a huge, huge difference. So today I am joined by the founder and CEO of What Now Atlanta, the ever so dashing Caleb J. Spivak. Caleb, how are you?
Ash, I'm doing well, and I hope this broadcast pushes you over that 500,000 mark.
Yes. So we're getting there. We're getting there. Last time I checked the stats for it, I think we're at like 460 something. So 460.
We're gonna make it happen.
All right, it's gonna happen, and you're gonna do it. All right. And before I jump into anything, Caleb, I just want to ask, like, okay, are you Clark Kent? Because
I should have saw that coming. And a lot of people don't know about this about me, but my hobby is film and television acting, and I had to cut off all of my locks recently for a role I did, and so I thought for sure that the Clark Kent thing would go away with the hair, but sure enough, I still get it even with the shorter hair that I have now. So. That's too funny, actually.
No, I'm serious. Like, you sent me the headshot because, everybody knows that I get the descriptions and I get the bios and I get the headshots because people are very, particular about how they appear in media, which you should be. And I remember looking over your headshot. I'm like, okay, is that Superman? Is that Superman? I can't tell.
Yeah,
so,
the shirt's buttoned up in that picture. You can't see the S.
The S on the chest makes sense. Makes perfect sense. All right, so while we
I have gone as Superman a few times for Halloween, which is maybe the lazy way out for me.
Yeah, just posing as yourself. I don't know how that really. I mean, it is what it is, Caleb.
But it's very flattering for you to say that, by the way.
Oh, you're awesome. All right, Caleb. So let our audience know, where are you from? Where do you represent?
I'm from my mother originally.
Oh, okay.
My parents were both in the military, so I've grown up all over the military. Born in England, I've lived in Texas, Italy, New York, New Jersey, Florida, Georgia, and now have been in Atlanta the longest I've lived anywhere, the better part of a decade.
Okay, cool.
Right here in Midtown.
Oh, wow, yes. Definitely loving Midtown. Loving that. So, what sparked...
Walkability.
Yes. Walk. Everything just right there and then. Some of the best food. Oh, we could talk about that all day. We could jump into that all day. But Caleb, what sparked the idea for What Now Atlanta?
Well, the art of originality is concealing your sources, right? And there are no original ideas.
No.
So I will do the opposite of what I just told you and reveal my source. I didn't come up with the idea. Actually, a former friend, and we don't have time for that whole story, and I we launched a similar concept while we were in college together. And at that time, this was in 2008, 2009, I didn't know what social media was. I had barely been using Google. Blogging was just kind of hitting the scene. There were barely any blogs in Atlanta at the time. And I saw a lot of potential with what was happening online, and I wanted to be a part of it. And I thought, maybe there could be a career in this. So I wanted to teach myself everything about social media, web development, brand design, that type of thing. And so we started working on that old site together, and we were breaking news on what was opening and closing in the city. And before we knew it, the Atlanta Journal-Constitution started linking to our articles. And I thought to myself, wow, this is really interesting. I'm not a journalist by trade. And here's the AJC linking to us. So I knew there was something there with what we were doing. And that's when I decided, you know what, we've got to take this to the next level.
Good idea. Now, early on, what were some of your difficulties and obstacles that you guys were facing?
Well, I'm sure there are a lot of parallels in launching any business, but I think specifically with a publication is building an audience and a readership, kind of like what you've done with Ash Said It, and working on breaking that half a million streaming mark.
Yeah.
So building an audience, and in order to do that with a publication, especially when you're publishing news, right? I'm not going out and writing restaurant reviews or recipes or things like that. We're breaking news, and so the difficulty is that you have to not only build an audience, but you have to build trust with that audience simultaneously.
Right.
Because the moment you publish something inaccurate or a rumor, you lose that trust that you've built, and your audience isn't going to return.
Good point. Definitely good point. All right, Caleb, so we're going to take a brief break. When we come back, we're going to talk more about What Now Atlanta, some of your big accomplishments, and possibly what's coming up for 2018 with you guys. So, you guys stay tuned, and we'll be right back.
Stick around.
Isn't it crazy how much we pay for new brand name clothes? Stop driving store to store and sifting through dozens of racks. Shop millions of clothes in seconds on Swap.com. Swap.com is the world's largest online consignment and thrift store. With Swap.com, you can shop up to 90% off retail price on your favorite brands like Lululemon, Carter's, Nike, J.Crew, and Gap. Between 6,000 to 10,000 new items are added daily. If something doesn't fit, enjoy hassle-free returns within 30 days, no questions. So what are you waiting for? Shop Swap.com and use promo code AshDaily40 for your 40% off today. What's up, you guys? It's your girl, Ash Brown. We're chilling out here with What Now Atlanta's Caleb J. Spivak. Caleb, so we were talking about What Now Atlanta, where it came from, what was some of the inspiration behind it, some of the difficulties and things that you guys were facing with it. But now let's talk about some of those memorable moments. What would you say has been one of your proudest moments with this publication?
I would say the proudest moment with What Now Atlanta is when we figured out how to monetize the thing. And when we got that first check from a very big client, I think that was a very, enlightening moment, if you will, because I had been running this thing since January 2010, working a corporate job, not a clear path of where this thing was going. My only goal was to consistently be the first to break restaurant and retail news in Atlanta, and figuring out, okay, how do we make money from this thing, and finally doing it. That was easily the biggest accomplishment today.
Gotcha. And where are your, well, I know you can't give all of the, you can't give all the juice and everything, but do you have like field reporters that are just like sticking onto social media or going into different businesses? How do you keep up with who's opening, who's closing?
Yeah, if I told you that, I'd have to completely just shut down your podcast. So,
I gotcha.
Shut it down. No,
Gotcha.
It's actually, we're not doing anything proprietary. We're just doing all the dirty work that no one else wants to do. And this is what happened when the economy crashed, and the face of media as we know it did a 360 or a 180. I guess the 360 would be right back to where it was. I'm not good with math. Anyways, they were cutting back on field reporters, and no one was hitting the streets anymore and digging up stories. They were sitting at their desks and waiting for the perfectly written press releases to hit. So we do it the old-fashioned way. We dig through records, and we hunt down the person who we need to speak to get the information, and we are relentless. We will fight until we get the information that we're seeking, that we seek. And it's very labor intensive. It's not fun at times, but when you do uncover a really cool scoop and you're able to get it out before the big guys like the Atlanta Business Chronicle or the AJC, you're on cloud nine, and it's all worth it.
Definitely worth it. Last but certainly not least, what advice would you offer to the upcoming generation? Thinking back to when you were in school, you're about to graduate, you had all these big goals in mind, and, seeing where you are today, which is probably not really near what that ideal was. What advice would you have for this upcoming generation?
you nailed it on the head again. I had no idea that this is where I would be and this is what I would be doing, and that I would own my own business and be making a living off of it, and that we'd have 1.5 million readers, and that we would be, expanding. I think the most simplest advice I could give is just follow your heart. Follow your heart and listen to where it leads you. And don't just do something because that's what everyone else tells you that's what needs to be done. And actually, I didn't finish college. I dropped out during my 3rd year because I was taking an accounting class, and I thought, this sucks. I don't want to do this. And so I got up out of the class and I left, and I thought, there's this scout mob event going on. I'd rather be there. And so I went. And, it's just, I listen to your heart.
Listen to your heart. Perfectly spoken. Caleb J. Spivak. Caleb, let everyone know the best way to get in contact, or really just to keep up with What's Now Atlanta.
Yeah, if you like to know what's happening in the great city of Atlanta, we break restaurant, retail, and real estate news every single day. You can follow us on all the popular social media sites. Twitter is at WhatNowAtlanta. Facebook, you can search What Now Atlanta. Instagram is at What Now Atlanta. And, of course, WhatNowAtlanta.com, spelled all the way out.
Awesome. Appreciate you so much. Much more success to you and your brand 2018, Caleb. Thank you so much for joining us today.
Thanks, Ash.
No problem. And thank you guys for, of course, downloading the show. 2018 is going to be a huge, huge year. Stay tuned. Keep in mind, anyone to tell you that you can't do what you want to do, you look them square in the face and tell them, don't believe me, just watch. Watch what I do. Watch me make it happen. Watch me make history. That's what we're doing this for. We're doing this for the history books. Social media is nice, it's cool, it's fun, but real life is so much better. Until next time, you guys.